Hello, dear listeners. A lovely, sweet, and beautiful welcome to everyone here on the Easy Fluent English podcast. I'm TK.
And I'm Jimmy.
This is a place where we practice English through real conversations, calm, natural, and easy to understand.
We know our channel is still small, and maybe some people might take it lightly, but there is something special here that many people don't realize yet. This podcast can slowly help improve and grow your life, especially your English communication skills.
Yes, TK. The true uniqueness of this channel is very simple. We help your English grow through motivation, real conversation, and daily practice. That is the secret of this channel.
So if you are someone who wants to learn English without heavy grammar pressure, without complicated rules, just by listening and enjoying real conversations, then this video is truly for you.
Now, we are about to move into today's main conversation, but before we start, I want to ask you one small thing. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to Easy Fluent English so you never miss our upcoming secret lessons and conversations. And don't forget to like this video and leave a comment. Tell us one word that describes your mood right now. All right then.
Let's begin today's conversation.
Today's topic is talking with a stranger. You know, sometimes the most interesting conversations in life begin with someone you've never met before. A simple hello can turn into a meaningful moment.
Yes, but at the same time, many people feel nervous. What should I say? How do I start? What if I make a mistake?
Don't worry. Today we will show you how to talk with a stranger in a simple, natural, and confident way, just like real life. So take a deep breath, relax your mind, and let's step into a real conversation together. All right, let's begin from the very beginning. Before we talk about speaking English with strangers, we need to understand something simple but very powerful. What is a stranger?
A stranger is someone we don't know, right? Someone we've never met before.
Yes, that's the basic meaning. But let's go deeper. A stranger is not just someone unknown. A stranger is a story we haven't heard yet. A person with experiences, emotions, struggles, just like us.
Wow, that's a different way to see it. So basically, every stranger is just a human we haven't connected with yet?
Exactly. And here's something important for everyone listening. Every close friend you have today was once a stranger. Think about that.
That's true. Even my best friend. The first day, we didn't know anything about each other.
Yes, and this is where fear comes in. When we hear the word stranger, our mind creates distance. We feel shy, nervous, sometimes even scared. But in reality, most strangers are just like you, waiting for a simple, kind conversation. Let me tell you a small story. One day, I was sitting in a quiet cafe. It was raining outside. Soft rain, calm atmosphere. There was a guy sitting alone at the next table. We didn't know each other. Total strangers. I wanted to say something, but I stayed quiet. Then suddenly he smiled and said, "Nice weather, right?" And that was it. A simple sentence. But from that moment, we started talking. We shared ideas, laughed, and even exchanged contacts.
So just one small sentence changed everything?
Yes, and that's the lesson. One simple sentence can open a new door in your life. To everyone listening right now, don't think, "I can't talk to strangers." Think like this instead. "I just haven't started yet." Because confidence doesn't come first. Action comes first. Confidence follows.
That's powerful. So the problem is not strangers. The problem is our fear.
Exactly. And fear is natural. But staying silent forever, that's a choice. Let's make it very real. A stranger can be someone sitting next to you on a bus, a classmate you never talked to, a person in a shop, someone you meet online. They are everywhere. And here's the truth. Life gives you opportunities every day, but they come disguised as strangers. So don't see strangers as unknown people. See them as possible conversations, possible friendships, possible growth. Because every stranger you meet is a chance to become a better speaker, a better listener, and a more confident person.
So now we understand. A stranger is not someone to fear, but someone we simply haven't spoken to yet. Now the real question is, how do we actually start talking?
Yeah, this is where most people get stuck. They think too much. What should I say? What if it sounds weird?
Exactly. But listen carefully. This might change everything for you. Starting a conversation is not about saying something perfect. It's about saying something simple. Your first sentence should be simple, natural, related to the situation. Not complicated, not impressive, just real.
So, no need for big vocabulary?
Not at all. In fact, simple English sounds more confident than complicated English. Imagine you are sitting on a bus. Someone is sitting next to you. You can say, "Hi, is this seat taken?" Even if you know it opens the talk. Does this bus go to the main road? It's quite crowded today, right?
That feels very natural. No pressure at all.
Exactly. And here's your motivation. You don't need perfect English to start. You just need one honest sentence. Now imagine you're in a class. You see someone new. You can say, "Hi, are you new here? Which subject do you like the most? Did you understand today's lesson?"
That's easy and also helpful.
Yes, because good conversations often start with shared situations. Same place, same experience, same moment. Let me tell you another small moment. One day, I saw a student sitting alone. He looked a bit nervous, maybe new. I walked up and said, "Hey, is this your first day?" He looked at me, smiled a little, and said, "Yeah, I don't know anyone here." That small sentence turned into a long conversation. And today, he's one of the most confident speakers I know.
So, sometimes one kind sentence can change someone's whole day?
Not just their day, sometimes even their confidence. When you speak, you don't just improve your English, you also give someone comfort. Let's fix one wrong belief. Many people think, what if they don't respond? But think like this instead. What if they do? Because every conversation you don't start is an opportunity you lose. Now, listen carefully. This is powerful. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. Small smile, soft voice, relaxed body.
So, confidence is not loud.
No, confidence is calm. A calm voice creates a safe conversation. Let's give our listeners some easy starters. Hi, how are you? Excuse me, can I ask you something? Hi, do you come here often? This place is nice, isn't it? Are you waiting for someone?
These are so simple, but I can already imagine using them.
That's the goal. If you can imagine it, you can speak it. So remember, you don't need perfect grammar, big vocabulary, fancy sentences. You only need courage to start, a simple sentence, a calm mindset. Because every confident speaker you see today was once afraid to say their first hi. All right, Jimmy, now that we know how to start a conversation, let's talk about real social situations. Confidence and respect are the foundation here.
Yes, and these situations are everywhere, like buses, cafes, shops, even waiting in line. Every moment is a chance for a conversation.
Exactly. Every stranger is carrying a story just like you. If you approach them with curiosity and respect, that simple interaction can become something meaningful.
I remember once I was sitting in a quiet park and someone was reading a book next to me. I thought about saying something simple, and I did. I said, "That looks like an interesting book. What is it about?"
Perfect! That small sentence shows respect and interest. And what happened next?
They smiled and started telling me about the book. Soon we were talking about our favorite stories and hobbies. It was amazing how one small question led to such a good conversation.
See, Jimmy, that's exactly the point. Every stranger is just a story waiting to be heard, and every conversation is an opportunity to grow your confidence in English.
Yes, and it doesn't need to be perfect English at all. Simple, polite, natural sentences work best. For example, in a cafe, if someone is looking for a seat, you can say, "Would you like to share this table?"
Exactly. That is polite, confident, and opens the door for a conversation. Then you can talk about coffee, the weather, or weekend plans. Small interactions are where real learning happens.
I also practiced once at a supermarket. Someone was looking at the same product and I said, "I've tried this before. It's really good. Have you used it?"
That's excellent. That small question can start a natural conversation. Most people are surprised by how easy it is when you approach them with genuine curiosity.
And it's not just about English. It's about listening and respecting the other person, too.
Absolutely. Listen carefully, avoid interrupting, respond thoughtfully. Every person you meet knows something you don't. Every story can inspire or teach you something. That's why respect and empathy are so important.
I remember one train ride. I met someone new, and at first we exchanged simple greetings, talking about the weather and train schedules. But soon we were sharing life goals, favorite books, and experiences learning English.
Exactly. That conversation lasted the whole ride. Confidence and respect created a meaningful connection. And see how natural your English improves when you just speak and listen sincerely?
So the key is not to impress, but to connect. Calm voice, polite tone, genuine questions, and honesty. That's how strangers can become teachers, friends, and even sources of inspiration.
And that's why every interaction matters. Every small conversation strengthens your English, your confidence, and your social skills. Your courage, kindness, and curiosity are the tools you need.
Yes, and every stranger you meet is a chance to grow, not just in English, but in life. One small smile, one polite question, one honest response, it all counts.
Exactly, Jimmy. Remember, the world is full of strangers waiting to share a story. Every small step builds confidence. Every interaction makes you stronger and more prepared for life. All right, Jimmy, so we've learned how to start a conversation with a stranger and how to handle silence calmly. Now, the next step is even more exciting, how to turn a small chat into a longer, meaningful dialogue.
Yes, because starting is easy sometimes, but keeping it going, that's where many people struggle.
Exactly. And the key here is simple. Listen genuinely, ask follow-up questions, and connect emotionally. Every sentence should show curiosity and interest.
Can you give an example, TK? Something real.
Sure. Imagine you're at a coffee shop. You see someone reading a magazine about travel. You can start with, "Hi, I see you're reading about Italy. Have you traveled there before?"
Okay, and if they say yes, we continue.
Exactly. You react naturally. "Oh, wow, that's amazing. What part of Italy did you like the most?"
And that opens the door for more stories.
Yes, and here's the important lesson. Your goal is not to impress, it's to explore their story.
That's really powerful. So the conversation becomes about learning from the person, not just talking about yourself.
Exactly, and every real conversation works like this. Here's another scenario. A classmate is sitting alone in the library. You can say, "Hi, are you working on the same assignment as everyone else?"
And if they answer yes, then you can follow with, "How do you usually solve these problems?"
Perfect. And then you share your approach too. Conversation is like a gentle exchange, a flow of questions and responses, not a monologue.
I see. It's like building a bridge. Every sentence connects to the next.
Exactly. And motivation comes naturally here too. When you see the other person opening up, you feel proud, confident, and more willing to speak. Every story they share also teaches you new vocabulary, sentence structures, and real expressions.
That's amazing. So every small chat can be a lesson in English, too.
Yes, and sometimes it's not about English at all. It's about human connection. That makes your language learning easier and more meaningful. For example, if they tell you about a recent trip, you can ask, "What was your favorite memory there? How did it feel to be in a new place?"
And their emotions make the conversation more alive. It's not just words, it's feelings.
Exactly. That's why storytelling is so important in English. You learn vocabulary naturally because you're connecting it to real emotions and experiences. Yes, Jimmy, and remember this. Even if your sentences aren't perfect, curiosity and genuine interest will make your conversation shine.
So confidence grows with every interaction, even small ones.
Absolutely. And here's a secret most people don't realize. The more you practice connecting with strangers, the more comfortable you become in any situation.
So every small chat is really training for bigger real-life conversations.
Exactly. And every time you connect respectfully and confidently, you build your English skills, your confidence, and your social abilities, all at the same time. All right, Jimmy, now that we know how to start and keep conversations going, there's one challenge almost everyone faces: mistakes. Mispronouncing a word, forgetting a phrase, or not understanding something. It happens.
Yes, and sometimes it makes people nervous. They stop talking or they feel embarrassed.
Exactly. But here's the truth. Mistakes are part of learning, and every confident speaker has made them countless times. The key is not to panic, but to handle them naturally and keep the conversation flowing.
So if I mispronounce a word, I just correct myself and continue?
Yes, or sometimes you don't even need to stop. Simply repeat it calmly, or let the listener understand from context. Most people don't mind small mistakes. They're focused on your willingness to speak.
That's reassuring. But what if I don't understand the other person?
Good question. Let's say someone says something you don't catch. You can respond naturally. "Sorry, could you say that again?" Or, "I didn't quite understand. Can you explain?"
And they usually repeat it, right?
Exactly. And this is important. Asking for clarification shows confidence, not weakness. It's better to ask than to stay silent. Let me give you a real example. I was at a bookstore and started talking to someone about a travel guide. I mispronounced the city name. Instead of stopping, I smiled and said, "I mean Venice, sorry, I'm still learning the names."
And how did they react?
They laughed kindly and continued the conversation. The interaction actually became more relaxed and fun. That moment taught me that honesty and calmness matter more than perfect words.
So mistakes can even make the conversation better?
Absolutely. A small mistake, when handled gracefully, can turn into a positive, memorable interaction. It shows humility, effort, and authenticity. Now, let's talk about keeping the dialogue flowing. Even when the conversation slows down, there are techniques to keep it alive.
Like what, for example?
For example, using open-ended questions. What inspired you to start that hobby? How did that experience make you feel? What do you enjoy most about it? These questions encourage storytelling, give the other person space to share, and naturally extend the conversation.
I see. And when the conversation loops back, you can connect it to your own experience.
Exactly. Sharing a short personal story after they speak builds trust and makes the interaction genuine. For example, if they say they love hiking, you can respond, "Oh, I love hiking too. Last month I climbed a hill nearby and the view was incredible. Have you ever been there?"
That makes it feel real, not like we're just practicing English.
Yes, Jimmy, that's the magic.
Real connection and English learning happen together when you speak naturally, listen carefully, and respond genuinely. So the key lessons here are 1. Mistakes are normal, handle them calmly. 2. Asking for clarification shows confidence. 3. Open-ended questions keep the conversation alive. 4. Sharing personal stories creates connection.
And all of this helps build confidence, vocabulary, sentence structure, and fluency, right?
Exactly. Every conversation becomes a lesson in English and in human connection. Mistakes don't stop you, they teach you. Every pause, every misunderstanding, every sentence you say makes you stronger, calmer, and more confident. All right, Jimmy, now that we've handled mistakes and keeping conversations flowing, let's focus on something even more powerful, creating a natural, emotional connection with strangers.
That sounds interesting, but what exactly does emotional connection mean in a conversation?
It's simple. It's when the other person feels heard, understood, and comfortable with you. It doesn't mean you share your whole life story. It starts small. Even noticing small things like their smile, their excitement about a hobby, or their opinion on a topic creates a strong bond.
So it's more about understanding than impressing.
Exactly. Imagine meeting someone at a cafe. You notice they're reading a book on photography. Instead of just saying hi, you ask, "What kind of photography inspires you the most?"
And then listen carefully to their answer.
Yes. And when they tell you something, you respond with empathy. That's amazing. I've never thought about that perspective before. How did you discover it?
I see. That makes the conversation feel real and warm, not rehearsed.
Exactly. That's the key. People remember how you made them feel, not just what you said. Let me share a real example. I once met someone at a park waiting for the same bus. I asked, "Do you come here often?" Simple question. They smiled and shared why they liked the park. It was their escape after a busy day. I listened, asked follow-ups, and shared a small story about my own park visits. By the end, we both felt connected. That 10-minute conversation left both of us motivated and calm, and it helped me practice English naturally without pressure.
Wow, so even a short interaction can become meaningful if handled with curiosity and warmth.
Yes, and that's the magic of English through real conversations. You're not memorizing phrases, you're connecting, learning, and growing at the same time. A few tips to make this emotional connection stronger. Smile genuinely and show interest. Ask about experiences, feelings, or opinions. Share short personal stories related to their answers. React naturally with phrases like, "That's inspiring," or "I can relate to that."
And this also helps with confidence, right?
Absolutely. Every time you make someone feel comfortable, you also feel stronger in English. Every question, every reaction, every short story makes you more fluent and more confident.
It's amazing how learning English and connecting with people go hand in hand.
Exactly, Jimmy. Conversations are not just practice, they are life experiences, lessons, and opportunities. So, listeners, today we explored a full journey from starting conversations with strangers, handling silence, turning small chats into meaningful dialogues, to creating real emotional connections.
Yes, and the secret is simple. Stay curious, listen carefully, speak naturally, and respect the other person. Mistakes, pauses, or misunderstandings are all part of the process.
Every small interaction is a step forward. Every sentence you speak builds your confidence, improves your vocabulary, and strengthens your English naturally.
So take every opportunity, whether at a cafe, park, or shop, to speak with strangers. You'll notice that English learning becomes easier, real, and enjoyable.
Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about connection, growth, and courage. Each conversation teaches you something new about language and life.
Exactly. Be patient, be curious, and be kind. With time, every conversation will make you more confident and fluent.
Thank you for joining us today. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and remember, every small conversation is a chance to grow.
Yes, and we hope you feel inspired to speak, listen, and connect every day.
Until next time, keep smiling, keep talking, and keep growing.
Goodbye for now, and see you in the next episode of Easy Fluent English.